The first review of a 2025 car is here, and it's none other than Billy Oilchanger, the Octane Gang Racer. Perhaps one of the most classic and nostalgic Cars 1 Piston Cup racers, because he was one of the first 5 ever to be released. Not counting the King, Chick Hicks, and obviously Lightning McQueen. Those first 5 being Nitroid, Leakless, RPM, No Stall, and obviously Octane Gain here. Just seeing, I don't know about you guys, but seeing this core group of 5 racers here just brings back so many memories to 2006 and 2007 when they were first released. They will always hold a special place in my heart, especially compared to some of the later racers. And although, they may be pretty cool, like N2O Fiber Fuel, for example, they don't have that zip that these original ones did. And hey, they probably would have if Mattel decided to release them first, but we know that they did these because they appeared a little bit more prominently during that race at the Motor Speedway of the South. But anywho, yeah, first 2025 car, that's pretty awesome, especially with about a month and a half left to go in 2024. And before we get into the review, I do have a pretty exciting story on how I found this guy, because believe it or not, I'm one of the first people to find 2025 singles in the United States, and that's crazy. Here's some footage from episode 20, no, it's going to be 30, I think, of The Hunt. That's wild. I'm at Meijer, okay? First time at Meijer in a while, I find some 2025 singles. Not Billy Oilchanger, though. I found like 5 from Case N. I'm like, no, what the hell is this? Like, did I really find remnants? Did I get here late? Who got here before me? Who would have taken both of the Billy Oilchangers? Like, come on, I would love to grab one because I knew I wanted to do this video. I'm like, all right, whatever. And I go to this Meijer quite a bit, but I had to go away for the weekend. I knew I wanted to go back, so Monday, day I'm recording this, I go back. They put out a few more. Nile Speed Cone, the King, and these 2 Billies are now there. Again, are they just trickling these out to me? Like, do they have all of them in the back and they're just like, hey, just put a couple out there. When you see the count dip below 20, just put a couple more out there. I don't know. I have no idea how that works. It kind of feels like they're doing that though, because the pegs are pretty jammed as it is. A lot of remnants from previous cases. So maybe they are just trickling these out. So I definitely will be back. Maybe not tomorrow, but definitely by Wednesday to see if they put out Cryptid Buster McQueen or Slim Hood, the other notable releases from Case N. So then I could do a full case video for you guys. But anywho, let's dive in today with Billy Oilchanger. Again, he has been released before from Thailand in 2020, but this is the first time that I've gotten around to, grabbing him and making a concerted, I believe the word is, effort to review him for you guys. I know I just did a Thailand variant of Hauling Gas last week, and the week before it was Eric Breaker. I don't like to do so many bunched up, but because this is a 2025 release, I knew I wanted to do him right away. But yeah, he looks awesome. I love his card art there. Just such a goofy smile, but it really does fit him and how he appeared in the movie. And it is cool now, as I was referring to that core group by their sponsors, but ever since 2015, Mattel started calling all Piston Cup racers by their actual name. And I don't know what caused that change. Maybe they knew what was coming in the pipeline for Cars 3, and they were like, hey, we are going to have 2 or 3 of some of these sponsors. We cannot call them just the same thing. So they started calling them by name. Honestly, I think that might have been the case, because 2015, 2 years before Cars 3, I think they knew what was coming. On the back here, you can see these are all 2025 releases, even though there are carryovers, obviously. Some of these were done last year. But Revolting, Dave Alternators was not. He was one of the first ones, though, that I did find at Meijer the first time. Did not find Winford Bradford Rutherford, though, so that's actually interesting. Sheriff, Sally, Fillmore, Lightning McQueen. I think, yeah, I found Sally. I don't think I found Lightning McQueen, if we're being honest, which is crazy. Definitely did not see Fillmore or Sheriff. So yeah, they probably are trickling these out, because I wouldn't expect those to have been taken. I mean, who really cares about Sally? Well, I did find Sally, but who really cares about McQueen, Sheriff, and Fillmore? Really shouldn't say that. They're pretty awesome and nostalgic as well. But I will be right back with Billy all opened up. Another weird thing about this guy is that plastic tab over the hook here is gone. Like you could see, it tore off some of the cardboard, but I don't know how that gets just cleanly sniped off for the most part. That's, yeah, just a lot of weird things going on with this Meijer. I don't know what they're trying to get at. They're probably just screwing with me because they see me there so much. here is Billy all opened up, looking great, a very vibrant, radiant shade of orange. I gotta admit, I was a little disappointed when it was all said and done. Cars 3 comes out, and Bobby Swift, Danny Swervez are revealed, and Octane Gain is now like a bluish purple sponsor, which it feels like 2/3 of the entire, especially next gen fleet, are either like a dark green, somehow blue, purple shade. You know, I've talked about this on the channel before. We need more colors on the other end of the palette, like a bright orange. But hey, I've talked about that a lot. It just feels weird almost showing Bobby Swift and Danny with the entire previous Octane Gain squad because the colors are just so different. But a quick little fun fact for you guys. If you guys know, I have that wall of shame, right? You saw it in my collection video. You've probably seen in other videos as well, where I put a bunch of cards that are on damaged cards, don't really care about extras. For all I care, I could box them up and go into storage, but hey, they look pretty good on the wall as well. I have this one from 2020. This is the Billy Oilchanger on the Blue Desert card, and I was going to open him up and do a Thailand variant review on him very soon until I found out that he was being released from 2025, in which I was like, I'll just wait and leave this guy up there on the wall of shame. But I do want to kind of use this to stress how much better the cards are these days, because when they did Blue Desert, although the image here is so much larger than what it is now, I mean, it's not even that much larger, but it is a little bit, it cuts off the back third of Billy, which for a lot of cars, that is very impactful. You don't see what's going on back there. So that's, yeah, I love the Red Riders. You get a full image of them, and that's how it really should be. I don't like how they cut them off so much there during the Blue Desert era, and a little bit in the era before then as well. And obviously 2017, we didn't even see any card art because it was just the big old Cars 3 logo. But anywho, there is Bill Dog in the movie. Like I said, those original 5, they got slightly more screen time, a couple smirks, giggles, grunts, especially Winfrey. Winfrey was not giggling. He was, I don't know if he could even be classified as a grunt when Chick Hicks slammed him. So we'll just, yeah, we'll leave it at that. But obviously Billy, you know, he got whacked there, but he was smiling up until then. And that is most likely why Mattel was like, let's do this guy first. After those 5, though, all bets are off. Vinyl Toupe ended up getting released. And yeah, I don't really see him much in the movie at all. But I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. And now we're going to see how his Thailand variant can stack up against the Motor Speedway of the South version here of Octane Gain. You guys know in all these comparisons, I use the best of the best paint, which is, you know, supposed to be the Motor Speedway of the South version, limited to 1,000 pieces. And as we know, though, a lot of those cars, even though they had the best paint at one point, have been deteriorating, zinc past, flaking of the metal paint. This one, not bad, but it's worse than the hauling gas I showed you guys last week. You could start to see some rippling and some waves kind of within the paint there. It's not going to show up a ton on camera, but it is present. It is prevalent for sure. And I am just, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. But as long as it doesn't happen to my Apple or my Dale Earnhardt Jr., the ones that are pretty much exclusive to that set, I guess I'll still live. If it happened to my Mac iCar, I would be in shambles. And another kind of interesting comparison I want here is I have a factory custom of Billy Oilchanger here as well. I think it's pretty easy to tell which is which. I mean, this guy's mustache is wonky. It's literally crooked, and it's got this crack in the mouth. Like, it's really weird how kind of the factory customs do the models. They're almost like a separate metal plate on top of the body. But yeah, just gross. I mean, it gets the job done. It was like $7. So this is a nice little 3-way comparison. We're going to mostly just focus on these two, though. And you can see that it's a brighter, more yellowy shade of orange now than it was on the Chinese version of him. Now, is that accurate or not? I think that's completely subjective. We're not going to be able to tell. We're not going to be able to, like, color swap from the movie. Although, actually, maybe you can do that. Yeah, I would probably take a screenshot from how he appeared in the movie, put it in the GIMP, and then use like the little eyedropper tool to extract the color from the movie and compare it to a picture of the diecast. But then it all kind of comes down to lighting. Maybe I use a stock image. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do it to really determine how accurate the color is. Now, the Octane Gain logo here on the hood is definitely a little blurrier, not as crisp. And where it really matters to me is in that text there at the bottom. It's almost like the Turbo Vitamins logo is or the text rather, the script is thinner. It's a thinner font, so it's a little bit more readable. There's a little bit more space in between the letters. Whereas on the Thailand version there on the left, the font feels bolder. It's like they went to Microsoft Word and clicked the bold button. Now, why did we do that? I don't know, because now there's less space between the letters. They blend, they blur together. I cannot really read that. And maybe if I didn't know that I was supposed to say turbo vitamins, I would not know what that said. So I'm a little disappointed with that, especially because that's the first impression we get here on the hood. I do like how he added a little bit of eyeliner there, though. Again, not super crisp by any stretch of the imagination. And they didn't really change up his expression here like they have done with some of the other Thailand racers. Whether it be the leakless model, who, he got an expression upgrade tremendously. Whether it be the Nitroid model, who probably got a D grade. Or this model. And I don't love this one because for whatever reason they didn't give him the black eyeliner, but it is a different expression. I think one of the best expressions on this model was done on Dirksen D'Agostino in 2020, where they gave him a little bit more or less kind of just, I don't know, I like this expression more. It's just a little bit more unique, distinguishes him a little bit more from the Chinese version there. This one really, though, did not do a whole lot besides add the eyeliner there and accentuate the black outline around the windshield. All right, moving on here. Both have pretty solid orange wheels. Now, the best thing about this model of the Piston Cup Racer is that they actually get the axle size correct. So the tires go from fender to fender pretty evenly. There's not, they're not going to hang out too much, or they're not going to be stuck underneath the car and look super tight like we know happens, with the leakless model here. You can see from that angle, does he have tires? Does he have tires? Oh, they're hidden under there. That's weird. Or with this other model where they could stick out a good half a centimeter, maybe not even that much, but it's noticeable, it matters, and it irks me. It irks me. I know it irks you guys too. Contingency sponsors definitely clear on the Chinese version, but that's come to be expected. I don't think they're that bad though on the Thailand version there though. 58, slight gradient there from a yellow to the orange. Octane Gain logo, again with the turbo vitamins all squunched up. There is a gas cap right there. It's a little bit more indented than it is on the Chinese version, I would say. 58, that looks like a pretty good logo there on the roof with the roof flaps. Octane Gain logo again. You got the window bars. Opaque gray windows now versus the transparent ones before, because you can see right into the interior piece. I think the gray does look pretty good. I think it looks cleaner, because sometimes these windows look blue. And on the back there, again, you have the Octane Gain Turbo Layman's logo. And now, because it's black on black, it looks absolutely atrocious. What are we doing, Mattel? God, that's bad, yeah. Otherwise, though, I think he's pretty solid. Like, probably one of the better Thailand variants of a Piston Cup Racer, that is. But, yeah, they fumbled the bag there. T34A means he was produced during the 34th week of 2024 at the A factory. We're almost on, what's the next letter after T? Is it U? I guess it is U. A, B, C? No, we're not going to do that. I think it is U. Wow, it's going to be crazy. But I guess we do have quite a ways. It probably won't be until like March or April when we start to see U on the base. But yeah, good stuff, guys. First 2025 video coming in mid-November. I think last year I got case B pretty soon. Well, yeah, I know. I got the second case of 2024 before the first case, but I think it was like maybe late October even. So we might be a little bit behind schedule, but I'm not too worried because case M hasn't really hit anywhere in the US yet either. I think it has hit Walmart's, but as someone here in Illinois outside Chicago, I have yet to find case G at Walmart, and that's not even remnants. I haven't even found remnants of case G, H, J, K, L, nor M, which is bad. I know a lot of people out there are finding all those cases, or at least some of them, And hey, I'm not one to complain. Like, I really don't care all that much, but I will say it gives me a little bit of a dopamine rush when I find a new car in the store, even if I already have that car. Like, it's just kind of fun to find something new. And so, yeah, I did actually feel pretty good when I found, this is the factory custom, by the way, just a quick comparison. Yeah, the factory customizer can do clear decals. That's when you know you're in trouble. Look at how much better that Turbo Vitamins text looks. Wow. Wow. Almost better than the Motor Speedway of the South version. Yeah, it doesn't have the black outline around the cylinder of it. Yeah, it's just the leather. They didn't put the... Wow, they did that very differently, actually. They have like a yellow cloud around each leather, whereas the Chinese, the actual version, just has them all in like a yellow oval. That's very interesting. I didn't notice that at all. That's kind of cool. And that obviously applies to all of the texts. Okay, we got to focus. We got to get the Thailand version back in here. But what was I saying? Yeah, no, it felt good. I found this Meyer. I was getting excited, though, because I was like, this means like I could almost do a 2025 case end video. But I really need Cryptid, Buster McQueen, and Slim Hood to make that happen. And probably RPM as well. Yeah, because those all would be worthy of being in the thumbnail. If it was some like bozo car like World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen, I wouldn't really sweat it out. But I kind of need those three in the video. But hey, we're getting there. I'll go back in a couple days, and if they put those out, you know, hey, maybe it gets to the point where I need to go say something, be like, hey, like I know you guys got more of these in the back because you're just like, you're dripping them out to me like 4 at a time. Let's just save each other some time. Let me go back, clear you out, and we'll be good to go. I should do that. But we all know how minimum wage Meyer employees operate. They're probably not the most helpful in the world. And I apologize if you're a Meyer employee out there watching this video. But hey, Meyer, if you're watching this video, which I know retailers have watched my videos in the past, because literally Walmart, the YouTube channel, commented on a video of mine in the past, which is pretty crazy. So Meyer, hey, let's do something. Let's work something out, because I am a huge fan of Meyer. I think Meyer is better than Walmart and Target. I do. I truly believe that. And that's not just because of cars. It's because of the whole vibe of the store. It's just so nicely Midwest, and I love it. But all right, guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, out of this model, so the Octane Gain RPM model, what is your favorite Thailand variant? I have a bunch of them here. This might be all of them. N2O Cola, Fiber Fuel, RPM, Dave alternators. I think my favorite might be Dirks and D'Agostino back here. Johnny Blamer as well. Nice little Squadillion. Who else? There's got to be a couple others. Oh, we all know Ryan Shields now is coming this year, which I revealed in my reveal video last weekend. Thank you all for supporting that, by the way. Now that I know that it's something you guys are interested in, maybe I'll do some more, because I could probably put some more stuff out there in theory. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. 12 Days of Christmas is coming up here soon. We got to start thinking about that. It's going to be a little bit different this year, and I'll explain how in a later video. But just a couple changes, though at the end of the day, it will still be 12 straight days of videos on the 12 days leading up to Christmas. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Bye now.